Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Wednesday morning, coffee kind of morning. Coming up to 1 year anniversary on my channel, November 21st, which is this Saturday. Hard to believe November's almost over as well. And I'm not going to be doing a contest or anything like that, which I had already said I'm not going to be doing. But I thought I'd show some albums that were released in November of any given year, and maybe some singles. And what better band to start with than the Beatles? I've got, I think, all of their studio albums. I don't have any compilations other than the Red and Blue Greatest Hits and Live at the Hollywood Bowl, which I'll be showing in just a second. But I don't have any box sets or any compilations, live albums, that type of thing yet. Not to say that I won't. But it's been a hell of a ride in the last year. Met some wonderful, wonderful people. Close friends with quite a few people. Everyone's so positive and supportive. Yes, there has been some negative elements, and that's what the delete button and the block button is for. I don't want any negativity on this channel. That's not what it's all about. Is to be positive and to be happy and show some great stuff and share what everyone else, all us geeks, all us music geeks do, is show the music that we love and that we have in our collection. And I've also learned a bunch of stuff. My collection has grown so much from just watching everyone on the channel, and it's been great, and I really love it. So I thought I'd start out with, and again, these aren't in any particular order in as far as years, but at first, before we get started, I just want to show you the Beatles collection that I have. Of course, not everyone, they weren't all not released in November, but I have all their studio albums. I just don't have any compilations or box sets or anything like that yet. Not to say that I won't, but anyway. And these are both in CD and album, but all the CDs are remastered format, and they sound wonderful, wonderful. So from 1963, Please Please Me. I believe this is the UK release as well. These are great. Sorry for the glare. Great photos of the lads. From 1963 as well, with the Beatles. I've got to get back to listening to these. I've been so busy with everything else. I haven't. I've been ignoring my Beatles. From 1964, Hard Day's Night. Great photos of these guys. 1964 as well. Go to one album this time. This is Beatles for Sale. It's on the Capitol label. Um, 1965. We have Help. Get into some color photos. 1965 as well. These guys were churning out albums left and right. We have Rubber Soul, one of my favorites. Back to the Black and White again. But inside, we have a nice colored photo of these guys. Look at that. It's awesome. Ringo's on a treadmill. After Rubber Soul, this is, I think, this goes back and forth as far as my top album. We have Revolver. Pardon me. Pardon me. Now we have from 1967, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And again, these guys, these CDs sound so wonderful. This isn't a gatefold, so to speak. I'm not sure why they made it that way, where everything else was. And then the White Album. I actually have, from 1967 as well. Magical Mystery Tour. Almost missed that one. That's a cool photo. And then 1968, the White Album. I actually have 2 copies of the White Album. I have sorry, there it is there. I have one with black vinyl on the Apple label. And then I have one with white vinyl on the Capitol label. Cover's a little worn on the White Album one, but still sounds great. And then, after the White Album, we have Yellow Submarine, 1969. Then we have Abbey Road. I have 2 different copies of this one, remastered CD. And this one, between Revolver and this one, goes to my favorite album. And in vinyl, no, it's not the remastered, but it's on the Apple label as well. And finally, in the studio albums, Let It Be. I love this one as well. I know a lot of people don't, but it's great. And I also have Greatest Hits, 1962 to 1966, the Red Album. 1967 to 1970. Blue Album, it's called. And from the film by Ron Howard, this is Live at the Hollywood Bowl, the touring years. 8 days a week, the touring years. Great, great documentary or movie if you haven't seen it. So there's my Beatles collection. Again, all the studio albums. I still have yet to get box sets and that type of thing. But I'll get there eventually. Now, albums that were released in November. So, speaking of the White Album, in November 1968, this album was released. And in my opinion, blew everyone away. to release a double album when everything else was singles and individual albums. And yeah, some people say it could have been made into a single album, but I think the joy of it is all the little ditties in between. So that was released in November 22nd, 1968. And then in 1963, if I can find it here in this pile, uh-oh, where is it? Ah, there we go. In 1963, With the Beatles was released, November 22nd. It's funny, same day as the White Album, but 5 years apart. And then November 27th, 1967, Magical Mystery Tour was released. A couple of singles also. I don't have any singles or any 45s, but off of the Red Album, and we have I Want to Hold Your Hand, and the B-side was that is This Boy. Also from this one is I Feel Fine and She's a Woman. That was released in 1964, November 27th. And one more single from the Magical Mystery Tour, which I just had. Hello, Goodbye, and I'm the Walrus. That was released in November 24th, 1967. I'm probably missing a bunch, but that's all I could find for the time being. If you know of anyone else, anything else that was released in November by the Beatles, let me know in the comments below. Thank you to everyone. I just finished my wrap-up of my A to Z's and both albums and CDs, and had so many great comments, and it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll like what I'm doing here as far as albums released in November. I may not be doing each individual band. I'll be doing a series of... I just wanted to start the Beatles off because, of course, they're the best and they're my favorite. The next bunch of series will be albums, a series of albums released in November of a particular year. I think I'll start with 65 and go up to 1979 perhaps, and go from there. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.